Legal arguments are continuing in the Netherlands for the Philippine position of Beijing's virtual claim of the entire South China Sea, including parts of the West Philippine Sea, that is invalid. Day 2 of the presentation of the Philippine arguments before the Permanent Court of Arbitration at the Peace Palace in The Hague began at 4 in the afternoon Philippine time for a 3-hour session and resumed for another 3-hour session at 8:30 in the evening. Philippine officials backed by international law experts presented the country's arguments with emphasis on the tribunal's proper jurisdiction to hear and decide the case. Meanwhile, Malacanang defended the hiring of foreign lawyers to help the Philippines in its case. National reports.
The Philippines reiterates importance of the Permanent Court of Arbitration to resolve territorial disputes with China due to possible impact not only in the country but in the entire world. The country has begun presenting its case before the Arbitral Tribunal in The Hague, the Netherlands, to convince the tribunal that it has jurisdiction to hear the case against China based on the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea, or UNCLOS. Foreign Affairs Secretary Albert de Rosario made an impassioned plea on the application of the rule of law in maritime disputes.
The Philippine delegation, composed of representatives from all 3 branches of government, has begun presenting its arguments for the Philippine position before the Arbitral Tribunal at the Permanent Court of Arbitration at the Peace Palace at The Hague, Netherlands. Solicitor General Florin Hilbay introduced the case for the Philippines and presented the order of speakers for the afternoon session. Foreign Affairs Secretary Albert de Rosario made an impassioned plea for the tribunal to recognize its jurisdiction due to the importance of the case not just to our country but to the entire world, owing to its impact on the application of the rule of law in maritime disputes. Paul Reichler, Chief Counsel for the Philippines, presented a justification for the tribunal's jurisdiction over the Philippine claims under UNCLOS. Professor Felipe followed Reichler's presentation by stating that the Philippines did not raise questions of sovereignty over land or raise questions of maritime delimitation.
Malacanang also defends hiring of international lawyers from the U.S. and the United Kingdom to present case of territorial row with China. Lacerda said in response to Attorney Harry Roque's statement allegedly questioning the said hiring of international counsels, as well as sending a big delegation to The Hague.
The statement by Yusek Abigail Valte yesterday, I think it's a very nice Philippine prose in how she answered the statement of Mr. Roque, who is for senator under the UNA party. So anything that he states right now is should be deemed with any political undertones. Hindi dapat kinukwenta o tinatawaran ang suporta ng nagkakaisang pamahalaan para sa pinaglalaban ng ating bansa. I think that spells out the position of the Philippines here.
Malacanang also recognizes international lawyers' capabilities to defend the case in coordination with Solicitor General Florin Hilbay.
These are lawyers with international reputation on appearing before the International Tribunal, so we can rely on they have been with us since we filed the petition before. So, nandun din ang ating Solicitor General, so there's a close coordination between the foreign counsels and our own Solicitor General.
Meanwhile, the AFP is still confirming reports of China's alleged marker at Recto Bank. Lacerda said this is why the Philippines filed a petition in the International Tribunal. The first round of the Philippines argument will continue 8:30 until 11:30 p.m. Manila time. For the People's Television, Rocky Ignacio.